Hi guys, this is Hike and welcome to kymzTech. In this video, I'm going to build this responsive website using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. So stay tuned. So this is what I'm going to build in this video. Let me walk you guys through the website. So over here you have an image and right here you have a text. So this text is making use of a Google font called Loopstar. So you're going to make use of two Google fonts. One is Roboto and the other is Loopstar. So all the H1 elements are going to have the font of Loopstar, while the rest elements are going to have the font of Roboto. So over here, if I hover on this button, we have a hover effect, and also if I hover on these links, we have this cool hover effect right here. So right now, if I scroll down, we have a section right here and a title of Only Fresh, and also a dummy text right here and this button. And also over here we have this image. So below the section we have another section with this curve shape and a title of chef section. And inside the section we have some cards with an image, full title, description and price. And also we have this card icon. So this icon is gotten from Font Awesome. So we'll be making use of Font Awesome. And below this section we have another section with the title of how it works. And also we have this card right here with some icon, title and description. And below the section we have the footer with this logo right here, which is just a text and a dummy text for About Us. And we have this part of Contact Us with some icons, and also we have this part of Get in Touch with this input and this button. So this website is actually responsive, so let me switch it to a mobile view. So right now we have the website in a mobile view. So as you can see, we have this menu icon, and once I click on it, the navbar is going to swipe in, and also if I click on it, the navbar is going to close. Right now I'm going to switch this to another device. So I'm going to switch it to iPhone X, and as you can see, the website is still responsive. So I'm making the PDF file available for you guys to download. I'll be putting the link in the description down below. So if you are new here, please consider subscribing, turn on notifications so I notify anytime I upload a new video. Without further ado, let's start coding. Okay guys, so over here I have an index.html file with the title of foodies, which I've linked the Font Awesome right here, and also I've linked the Google font over here. So I created a style.css which I've linked right here. So I have an image folder which is holding the image we are going to make use of, and right here I have a folder called shapes. These are the image for the shape, the curve and the wave shape. And right here I have a folder called chef section. This folder holds the image for the chef card. So this is the page we are going to work with, and this is the page we are going to make use as a reference. So start by adding a header element. This header element is going to hold this part, the navbar over here, the image, this text and this button over here. So inside the header element we are going to add a nav tag, and the nav tag is going to hold the logo and the list item. So I'm going to add a div with the class of logo for the logo. And I'm going to add a h1 tag because we don't have a logo, so I'll add a text of foodies. And below the div with the class of logo, we are going to add a ul tag with the class of list items, a list dash items. And inside the tag we are going to add some list element with the class of list. And also we are going to add an anchor tag with the class of link. And right here I'm going to add a text of home. So I'm going to duplicate this 4 times. We'll change this to package. Right here we are going to change it to About Us. We'll change this to Contact Us. And we are going to change this to Book Now. So over here we are going to remove the class of link, and we are going to add the class of Btn because we want this to be a button. And below the nav tag we are going to add a div with the class of banner. So this div is going to hold this image, this text and this button over here. So we'll add a div with the class of banner, and inside the div with the class of banner we are going to add 2 divs, and one is going to be called banner dash right, while the other is going to be called banner dash left. So the banner dash left is going to hold this image, while the banner dash right is going to hold this text and this button. So inside the div we are going to add another div with the class of banner dash left, and I'm going to duplicate this and I'll change this to right. And inside the banner dash left, we are going to add an image tag, and we are going to add the image. So it's the image, and we are going to add a source, which is image/mail.png, and we'll change the alt to mail. So this is the image we are adding, this image over here. And that's all for the banner dash left div. So right now inside the banner dash right div, we are going to add a h1 element. So this h1 element is going to be this text over here. So say h1. I'm going to give it a class of banner dash heading. And right now we are going to add the text. So I'm going to copy the text from here, and I'm going to paste it right here, and we are going to add some break tags. So add a break tag over here, and also we are going to add a break tag right here. So below the h1 tag, we are going to add an anchor tag with a class of Btn. So this is going to be the Btn. I'm going to add a text of order now. So this is what we have right now. So the next step, we are going to add this round shape to the header. So inside the banner div, before the banner dash left div, we are going to add an image tag, and over here we are going to add the path to the round shape, which is image/shape/curve.png, and over here we are going to change this to curve, and this is the curve.png. So I'm going to open the shape, and right here we have the image. So I'm going to close this right now, and let's see what we have. So this is what we have right now. So the next step, we'll start styling the page. So I'm going to open the style.css, and we're going to do a little bit of reset on the page. So we give it a padding of 0, we give it a margin of 0 also, and we'll give it a box sizing of border box. So we are removing the default padding and margin, and for the box sizing of border box, we want every element to account for its padding and its border. Then right here we are going to style the body element. So we are going to give the body element a font family of Roboto or sans serif. Then we are going to give it a background color of #F9, F6, F2. And that's all for the body tag. And right now we are going to style the header tag. So we are going to give it a width of 100%, a position of relative, and an overflow of X, and we'll give it hidden. This is what we have right now, no much change. So right now I'm going to style the nav element. So I'm going to get the nav element, that is the nav element holding the logo and the list item. So right here I'm going to give position of absolute. We'll give it top of 25 pixels because I want to push it 25 pixels from the top. I'll give it a height of 10 VH. Then we are going to give it a width of 100%. Then we are going to give display of flex also. Align items of center because I want to center its element vertically, and justify content of space between. And we are going to give it a padding of 0 pixels for top and bottom, then 80 pixels for left and right, and we'll give it the index of 2 because we want it to stack above other elements. And that's all for the nav tag. So let's see what we have. So this is what we have right now. So this is the nav tag. Next step we are going to style the logo, then we style the list items. So I'm going to get the logo class, that is this div with the class of logo. But before we start the logo class, we are going to add a font family to all the h1 elements. So we are going to give it a font family of Lobster. And right now the font has applied to the h1 element. So now we are going to style the logo div. So we are going to give width of 20%. We give it color of white. And that's all for the logo class. So the next step, we are going to style the list item, that is the UL tag. So I'm going to get the class. We are going to give it of 80% because we want it to take the rest width. The logo took 20%, so now the list items is taking 80%. We give display of flex. Justify content of space evenly, and we give it list style of none because we want to get rid of the bullet point, that is these bullet points over here. And let's save and see. So right now this is what we have. So these are the list items. So the next step, we are going to style the link itself, that is the anchor tag itself. So I'm going to get the link class, that is this link. I want to give text decoration of none because I want to get rid of these underlines right here, and we give it color of white. So we'll say #ff. We'll give it font weight of bold and a font size of 14 pixels and a text transform of uppercase. So right now these are the links. So the next step, we are going to add the hover effect to the link, that is this hover effect right here. So the way we are going to do this is by adding a pseudo element and after. So if you don't know what pseudo element is a way to add content inside an element without actually adding inside the HTML file. So the way we are going to do this, we are going to add the pseudo element and we are going to position it below the text over here, and we are going to set the width to 0. Then once we hover on it, we are going to set the width to 100%, and we are going to add a transition to it so that we'll be able to get this cool effect. So right now we'll add the pseudo element. So we'll say link after passing the content. We'll give display of block, and we are going to give them height of 3 pixels, a background color of white also, and a width of 0 pixels. Then below here we are going to add the hover effect to it. So we'll say link hover and after, and right here we are going to change the width to 100%. So let's see what we have. So right now we have the hover effect. The next step, we are going to add a transition to it. So over here we'll say transition and give duration of 0.4 seconds, and right now we have the hover effect working fine. So the next step, we are going to style this curve image. So before we style the image, we are going to give it a class of curve. Say curve, and I'm going to get the class and I'll start styling it. We're going to give position of absolute, a width of 100%, height of 100% also, and object fit of cover, and we're going to give it a z index of -1. So this is what we have right now. So the next step, we are going to style the banner div that is holding the banner dash left and the banner dash right. So I'm going to get the class. We are going to give position of relative because we want to position some element absolute to it. Then we'll give it height of 100 VH, width of 100%, and we are going to give display of flex. Then we'll give it overflow of heading, and that's all for the banner class. So right now we are going to style the banner dash left class. So I'm going to get the class. So since the banner dash left and the banner dash right are going to share some similar style, so I'm going to get the banner dash right also. We're going to style both together. We'll say banner dash right. We are going to give it width of 50% because we want each div to take half of the screen. Then we'll give it height of 100%. And that's all for the both class. So this is what we have right now. So the next step, we are going to style the image itself. So over here we'll say banner dash left, and we're going to get the image with the image tag. We'll give margin top of 120 pixels, width of 100%, then height of 80%, and we'll give it object fit of contain. So let's what we have. So this is what we have right now. So the next step, we are going to style this text. So to style the text, we are going to get the class, that is the banner dash heading class over here. We'll give padding top of 200 pixels, font size of 48 pixels, and we'll give it line height of 50 pixels. So let's see what we have. So right now, this is what we have. The next step, we are going to change the text color to white, and also we are going to add some margin to it. So over here we'll say color, I'll give it color of white, and also we are going to add a margin bottom of 30 pixels to it. So this is what we have right now. So the next step, we are going to style these buttons over here. So I'm going to get the class, that is this class over here. We are going to give it a color of black, so say hash 00. We'll give it a background color of white, the hash FFF. Then we'll give it a padding of 17 pixels for top and bottom, then 40 pixels for left and right. And this is what we have. So right now we're going to add a border radius to it, and also we are going to remove this underline. So we give border radius of 30 pixels. Then we are going to give it a text decoration of none to get rid of the underline. We give font size of 14 pixels, font width of bold. We are going to give it a border of none because we want to get rid of any border. And right now, this is the button. So the next step, we are going to add the hover effect to the button. So right here we'll say Btn hover, and once we hover on it, we want to change the background color to AD1B27, and also we change the color to white, that is a text color. And right here we're going to add a transition, and we'll give duration of 0.4 seconds. So right now, this is the button. We are done with the button. So that's all for the header part. The next step, we are going to work on this section over here. So I'm going to open the index.html file, and below the header we are going to add a main element. Inside the main element, we are going to add a section tag. So say section. So this is going to be the first section, so we'll give it a class of section 1. And inside the section, we are going to have two divs, section 1-left and section 1-right. So the section 1-left is going to hold this text and this button, while the section 1-right is going to hold this image. So inside the section, we'll add a div with a class of section 1-left. Now I'm going to duplicate this, then we are going to change this to right. And inside the section 1-left, we are going to add a h1 element with a class of heading, and we are going to add a text of only fresh. Then below the h1 element, we are going to add a paragraph tag, and we are going to add a dummy text to it. And right now, this is what we have. So the next step, we'll start styling the section 1 element before we style the section 1 dash left. So I'm going to get the class, that is the section 1 class over here. And over here, before we start styling the class, we are going to style the section tag itself. So we want to style all the section tag. We are just going to give it a padding of 0 pixels for top and bottom, then 100 pixels for left and right. And that's all for the section element. So right now I'm going to style the section 1 element itself. So we'll give display of flex, and we are going to give it a padding bottom of 70 pixels. And that's all for the section 1 element. So the next step, we are going to style the heading class. That is this heading class attached to the h1 element. So I'm going to get the class, paste it right here, and I'm going to give it font size of 40 pixels. And that's all for the class. So let's see what we have right now. So this is what we have right now. So the next step, we are going to style this section 1 dash left element itself. So we get the class. So since the section 1 dash left and the section 1 dash right are going to take same style, so we are going to style the both class right here. So I'll paste this and I'll change this to right. And over here, we are going to give it weight of 50%. We'll give display of flex also, and we are going to give it flex direction of column, then align items of center. And that's all for the class. So the next step, we are going to style the paragraph. That is this paragraph inside the section 1 dash left. So I'm going to style it by saying section 1 dash left, and we'll get the p tag. I'm going to give text align of center. We give margin top of 20 pixels, margin bottom of 30 pixels, and give it font size of 13 pixels. So let's see what we have. This is what we have right now. So the next step, we are going to add this button over here. So below the paragraph element, we are going to add an anchor tag with the class of Btn. So say Btn. And also right here, we're going to add a class of Btn dissect. And right here, we're going to add a text of learn more. So this is what we have right now. So as you can see, we have the button over here with the background color of white, which in the original page we have a button right here with different color. So right now we are going to style the Btn dissect, and we are going to change the background color to this color right here. So I'm going to get the class, and over here we are going to style the Btn dissect. So we are going to give the background color of hash D72535, and we are going to give it a color of white. And that's all for the Btn dissect class. So right now we have the secondary button with the hover effect also. So the next step, we are going to add this image over here. So I'm going to open the index.html file. Then inside the section 1 dash right, we are going to add the image. So add the image tag, and we are going to pass in the image, which is image slash vegetables.png. And over here, we are going to add an author vegetables. So this is the image right here. So the next step, we are going to style the image itself. So inside the style.css, we are going to style the image by saying section 1 dash right, and we'll get the image tag. Then we'll give it height of 250 pixels, a width of 250 pixels also. And that's all for the image. So right now, this is what we have, and we are done with this section over here. So the next section is the chef section right here. So below the section 1 element, we are going to add another section tag, and we are going to give it a class of section 2. So say section 2, And inside the section 2, we are going to add a div with the class of session content. So this content is going to hold the chef cards and the title of the section. So say section 2 dash content, and inside the div we are going to add a h1 element to the class of heading. So h1, and we are going to add a text of chefs section. So right now this is what we have. So the next step, I'm going to style the chef section, then we'll start adding the cards to it. So I'm going to get this section 2 class, and right here we're going to give position of relative. We'll give it background color, and also we are going to give display of flex. Then we'll give justify content of center. So that's all for the class over here. So the next step, we are going to start the section dash content class. So I'm going to get the section dash content. I'm going to give it a z index of 1. Then we'll give it margin top of 100 pixels, margin bottom of 50 pixels, and we are going to give it a width of 100%. So right now this is what we have. So the next step, we are going to give display of flex, and also we are going to center this text over here. So right now we'll give display of flex, and we are going to give it justify content of center, then align items of center also, then we'll give it flex direction of column. And that's all for this class. So this is what we have right now. So the next step, we are going to add this curve shape to the section. So in order to do this, we are going to add an image tag over here. So say image, and we are going to give it the source of the curve image, which is image slash shapes slash curve 2. I'm passing an auth of curve 2. So this is the image I'm making use of right now. This curve image right here. So this is what we have right now. So the next step, I want to style the image, because right now the image is taking much space. So we are going to style the image by saying section 2. I'll add this greater than sign because we want it to select the direct image. Then I'll add the image tag, and over here we are going to give position of absolute. We'll give top of -5 pixels, width of 100%, and the height of 100% also. And that's all for the image element. So let's see what we have. So right now we have the curve shape over here. So the next step, we're going to start the h1 element over here. So say section 2 dash content, then get the h1 element. We're going to give a color of white, and we'll give it a margin bottom of 30 pixels. And that's all for the h1 element. So this is what we have right now. The next step, we're going to start adding the cards, that is these cards over here. So I'm going to open the index.html, and below the h1 element, you are going to add a div with the class of chef cards. So say chefs dash card, and inside the chef card, we are going to add an image for each card. So I'm going to add an image element, and over here we are going to add the image. So say image slash chef meal 1. Then over here I'm going to pass an auth of meal 1. So this is the image I'm making use of right here. So this image in the folder of chef section. So we have 3 images over here. Below the image tag, we are going to add a div with the class of card details. So say card details. So this div is going to hold these details, that is the name of the meal, the description, the price and this icon over here. So inside the div, we are going to add a div with a class of food name, and we are going to add a h2 element, and we'll give it a name of vegetables. And below the div, we are going to add a div with a class of description. So say description, and we are going to add a paragraph. Then we'll add a dummy text of 10 words. So lorem. And right here below the description div, we are going to add that div with the class of price. So say price. And inside the div, we are going to add a span tag. I'll give it a price of $2. Then below this div again, we are going to add a div with the class of action, and this is going to hold the icon. So right now we are going to add an icon. So I'm going to open font awesome and we'll get the icon over there. So I'll say font awesome, and the icon we want is a shopping icon, and this is the icon over here. So I'll click on it and I'm going to copy the icon over here. So inside the action div, we are going to add the icon right here. So this is what we have. So the next step, we are going to start styling the chef card div. So we are going to get a class that is a chef card holding the image and the card details. So over here, we'll start styling it. So we're going to give a margin of 5 pixels. We'll give it a height of 100 pixels, a mean weight of 300 pixels, 300. Then we are going to give it a max width of 600 pixels. We are going to give it a background color. I'll give it a background color of F1 3E 4E. So right now this is what we have. The image is still large. So the next step, we are going to add a display of flex. Then we are going to style this image. So over here, we'll give it a display of flex. And right now I'm going to style the image. So I'll say chef card. We'll get the image element. I want to give it height of 100 pixels, width of 100 pixels also. So this is what we have right now. So the next step, we're going to add a box shadow to the card. So over here, we'll add a box shadow. So it's a box shadow. We'll give 0 pixels, 5 pixels, 12 pixels for blur. Then we'll give 0 pixel for spread. And we are going to give it RGBA color of 0, 0, 0. I'll give it an alpha of 0.5. So right now we have the shadow. So the next step, we are going to add this border radius to it. So over here, we are going to add a border bottom left radius, because we have the radius at the bottom of the card right here, and also we have that radius at the top of the card over here. So we'll say border dash bottom left radius. I'm going to give it 10 pixels. So right now I'm going to duplicate this, then we'll change this to top, and also we change this to right. So right now we have the radius over here at the right, but we are not having any radius over here at the left. That is because of this image is above the card. So to fix this, we are going to add a radius to the image. So I'm going to copy this border bottom left radius, and over here inside the image we are going to paste it right here, which is going to fix it. So right now we have the image. So the next step, we are going to style the card details and the items inside the card details. Right now I'm going to get the class, that is the card details class, and start styling it. So we are going to give it a width. I'll make use of the calc function. I'll pass in 100%. We are going to subtract it from 100 pixels. So what we're actually doing right here, we are using the inbuilt function in CSS, the calc function, to calculate the pixels. So we are subtracting the 100% from the 100 pixels, because we give the image a width of 100 pixels right here. So we are subtracting the 100 pixels from the 100% of the parent width. So right here, we're going to give it a height of 100%. I'll give display of flex. Then we'll give it align items of center because we want to center it items and vertically, and justify content or space evenly. So space evenly. So this is what we have right now. So the next step, we are going to style the element inside the div. So right now we are going to style the food image div. So I'm going to get the class, that is this div holding the h2 element. So we are going to give it a width of 35%. We'll give it a mean width of 300 pixels, a color of white, and we are going to give it font size of 12 pixels and a text align of center. This is what we have right now. So the next step, we are going to style this text, and we are going to style this, the price and the icon over here. So we are going to get the class of description. We are going to give it width of 35%, color of white, and we'll give it font size of 10 pixels. So right now we are going to style the price and the action div. So I'm going to get the price class, and also I'm going to get the action class. So we are going to style the both class. We are going to give width of 35%, color of white. We'll give it font weight of bold. Then we are going to give it background color of hash D1 303D. Then we'll give it height of 100%, display of flex, and we are going to give it align items of center and justify content of center. So this is what we have right now. So the next step, we are going to work on the action class alone. So I'll get the action class. We are going to give it a background color of hash a d1 b2 7, and right now this is what we have, but we've lost the border again because this div is stacking above the element. So to fix that, I'm going to get the border radius over here, and I'm going to paste it right here. And right now we have the border. So actually this should be 15%, not 35%. So right now we have the cards. So we are going to duplicate these cards 2 times, and we are going to change the image and the text over here. So I'm going to open the index.html, and right here duplicate it 2 times. We are going to change this to mail 2, and we'll change this text to salad. Then we'll change the price to $5, and for the last item, I'm going to change this to pizza, and we'll leave the price as $2. So this is what we have right now. So we are done with the chef section. So the next step, we are going to work on this section right here. This is how it works section. So below this section, we are going to add another section element to the class of section 3. Let's say section 3, and inside this section we are going to add a h1 element with the class of heading, and we'll give it a text of how it works. And below the h1 element, we are going to add a div with the class of section 3 content. So say section 3 dash content. So this is going to hold the content, and right here we are going to add the cards to it. That is these cards over here. So before we add the cards, we are going to style the section 3 class. So I'll get the class. We are going to give it a padding top of 50 pixels, a width of 100%, and give it a margin bottom of 70 pixels. And right now I'm going to style the h1 element itself. That is this how it works text. So I'll do that by saying section 3. I'll get the h1 tag. We'll give text align of center, because we want to center the text, and give it a margin bottom of 30 pixels, and that's all for the h1 element. So right now this is what we have. So the next step, we are going to style this section 3 dash content. Then we'll start adding the cards. So I'm going to get the class, We are going to give display of flex, justify content of center, then flex wrap of wrap. So I give the flex wrap of wrap because we want the card to jump to the next line when there is not enough space to fit the cards. So right now we are going to start adding the cards. So inside this section 3-content, we'll add a div with the class of service card, or say service-card. Inside this service card, we are going to add an icon. So this icon is going to be for these icons over here. So this icon, this icon, and this icon. So I'm going to get this icon, then I'm going to change the class. So we are going to change this class to far-utensils. So say utensils. And below the icon, we are going to add a h3 element, and we are going to add a text of pick mail. And also below the h3 element, we are going to add a dummy text. So say lorem, and we want 10 words. So let's what we have. Right now this is what we have. So the next step will start styling the card itself. So first style the service-card. So I'll get the class. We are going to give it a width of 200 pixels, a mean width of 200 pixels also. Then we are going to give the background color of white, and we'll give it a border radius of 10 pixels and a margin of 20 pixels. So let's what we have. This is the card right here. So the next step, we are going to add a box shadow to the card. So over here we'll say box shadow 2 pixels. We'll give it 2 pixels also. Then we are going to give 30 pixels for the blur, then 0 pixels for the spread, and we'll give it an RGBA color, and we are going to change the alpha to 0.1. And right here we are going to give text align of center, and we'll give it padding of 50 pixels for top and bottom, and 15 pixels for left and right. So this is what we have right now. So the next step, we are going to style the icon and this title over here. So we are going to style the icon by saying service card, and we'll get the I tag for the icon. We are going to give margin top of 10 pixels. We'll give font size of 30 pixels, and we're going to give it a color, and this is what we have right now. So right now we're going to style this title over here, that is the h3 element. So we'll do that by saying service card. I'll get the h3 element. We're going to give it a margin top of 5 pixels, and this is what we have right now. So the next step, we're going to style this paragraph itself. So say service card, I'll get the p element. We're going to give margin top of 7 pixels. We'll give font size of 10 pixels, and that's all. So right now we have the card, but the style is not actually applying to this paragraph. Let's see what's wrong. So over here we didn't add the text inside the paragraph element. So I'm going to add the paragraph element, then I'll get the text and I'll paste it inside the paragraph element. So right now we've styled the paragraph. The next step, we are going to duplicate this, then we are going to change the icons and the titles. So I'm going to open the index.html, and over here I'm going to duplicate this 2 times. So we are going to change the second card text title to choose location. So say choose location, and also we are going to change the icon to far map dash marker dash alt. Then we'll change the last card to fast delivery, and I'm going to change the icon also to a truck icon. So this is what we have right now. The next step, we are going to work on the footer, that is this footer over here. So actually this footer is divided into 3 parts. there is the about us part, the contact us part, and get in touch part. So below the section element, you're going to add a footer element. And inside the footer element, you're going to add a div with the class of footer-content, and this div is going to hold the about us part, the contact us part, and the input part right here. So we'll say footer-content, and right now I'm going to start the footer element. So over here, we're going to give position of relative. We give it a width of 100% and a background color. So right now we're going to start the footer-content div. So I'll get the class. We are going to give position of relative also. We'll give padding of 80 pixels for top and bottom, then 100 pixels for left and right. Then we'll give display of flex, justify content of center. Then we are going to give it flex wrap of wrap also, and give color of white. So that's all for this class right here. So the next step, we are going to add the 3 divs. So inside the footer-content, we are going to add a div with a class of about us for the about us. Then I'm going to duplicate this. We'll change this to contact us dash us, and we're going to change this to email. That is this part holding this input and this button. So right now I'm going to style these 3 divs. So I'm going to get the div. I'll get the contact us div also. And I'm going to get the email class. So right now I'm going to give the both div flex of 1. Want it to take equal weight. I'll give it a padding of 20 pixels for top and bottom, then 5 pixels for left and right. And I'm going to give it a mean weight of 300 pixels. And that's all for all this class. So right now I'm going to start working with the about us part. So inside the about us div, I'm going to add a h1 element with a title of foodies for the logo, and below the element we are going to add a paragraph. Then we are going to add a dummy text. So we are going to style just the paragraph over here. So we'll say about us. We get a paragraph element. We are going to give margin top of 10 pixels and a font size of 12 pixels. So this is the logo right here. That is the h1 element, and this is the text right here. We are done with the about us part. So right now I want to work with the contact us part. So I'm going to open the index.html. Then inside the contact us div, we are going to add a h3 tag, and we'll add a text of contact us. Then below the tag, we are going to add a div with the class of contact us-btn. So this div is going to hold these icons over here and this text. So we'll say contact dash us dash btns. And inside the div, we are going to add an anchor tag with the class of c-btn for contact btn. Then over here we are going to add the icon. So we're going to add a Facebook icon. So add the I tag. I want to give it a class of fab-facebook-f. Then right here I'm going to add a text. That is this text over here. So I'm just going to copy it. Can't really copy it, so I'm going to type it in. The text is World Trade Center. And right now I'm going to duplicate this 2 times. We'll change this for a phone icon. So this is going to be for phone, and we are going to add a text. So add the number, that is +162225772, and over here we are going to change this to an email icon, which is envelope, and we are going to add the email, that is hello@gmail.com, and let's what we have. So this is what we have right now. The phone icon and the email icon are not showing up. That's because this should be fast, while they should be far. So this should fix it. And right now we have the icons. So the next step, I'm going to style the contact us-btn before I start styling the c-btn. So I'll get the class. So we are going to give display of flex, and we are going to change the flex direction to colon because we want it to stack above each other. So say flex direction and give it colon, and this is what we have right now. So the next step, we are going to style the anchor tag itself. So I'm going to get the class. We are going to give margin top of 20 pixels. We'll give text decoration of none because we want to get rid of those underlines. Then we'll give color of white, and we are going to give font size of 12 pixels. So this is the anchor tag over here. The next step, I'm going to style the icon itself. We'll style the icon by saying c-btn, and we'll get the icon tag. We are going to give margin right of 5 pixels, and give it font size of 15 pixels. So this is what we have right now, and we are done with the contact us part. So the next step, I want to work on this part, that is this part with the email and the button. We are going to open the index.html file, and inside the div with the class of email, we are going to add a h3 element, and we give the text of get in touch. So below the h3 element, we are going to add a form tag, and inside the form tag, we are going to add an input. Then we'll give the type of email, a class of email-input, and a placeholder of your email. And below the input element, we are going to add a button element with the class of Btn, and we add a text of subscribe. So right now I'm going to start styling the input. So I'm going to get the input class, that is the email-input. We are going to give it a weight of 100%. We give it margin left of 20 pixels. We give the padding of 16 pixels for top and bottom, then 20 pixels for left and right. So this is what we have right now. So the next step, we're going to add a border radius to the input, and also we are going to add some margin to it. So right here, we'll give it a border radius of 25 pixels. Then we'll give it a border of none. I'm going to give it a margin of 15 pixels for top and bottom, then 0 pixels for left and right. So say margin, give 15 pixels and 0 pixels. So we are going to get rid of this margin dash left, and right here we are going to give an outline of none. So right now this is what we have. The next step, we are going to add this wave shape to the footer. So inside the footer, we are going to add the wave image to it. So add an image element. I'm going to give it a source of image /shape /wave. I'll give it an auth of wave. So this is the wave image right here. So the next step, I want to style the image. So right here, we're going to get the image by saying footer. Then we'll get the image tag. We're going to give it position of absolute. we give top of -5 pixels. We're going to give it a width of 100% and a height of 100% also. So right now we have the wave shape on the footer, but I think we are having too much space right here compared to the original design. So let's what's wrong. Sorry, so over here should be min width, not max width of 300. So I'm going to change this to min width. And this is what we have right now, and this is the original page. So I think that will be all for this part, and the next part we are going to make the website responsive. So if you like the video, please like and share, and also if you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing, turn on notifications so that you notify anytime I upload a new video, and I'll see you in the next video.